I'm going to drink away my son's college fund. I somehow ended up with a genius for a son. I used to joke about getting a paternity test since he seemed too smart to be mine. Maybe that's why his mom left when he was 12. She remarried a couple of years later, and I did too. Everything was fine, as long as I focused on my son. I set up a government-backed college fund for him, but told him he didn't have to use it if he didn't want to. One time, he asked what I'd do if he didn't use the money. I shrugged and said I'd go to Europe and drink it away. I'd heard about these monks who sold beer to support their monastery and always wanted to try it. A few months ago, he got accepted into Mill University, but a few weeks later, a drunk driver made sure he'd never make it there. I didn't think about the money again until my ex came to me after the funeral. She knew about the fund and asked if her new stepson could have it instead. I thought for a second and said no. I told her there were beers with my name on them in some monastery in Europe, and I promised my son I'd drink them dry. She chewed me out for wasting the money and said my son would want his stepbrother to have it. But I know my son wouldn't have cared. I already had a promise to keep, so I ignored her and booked that trip to Europe. Turns out the monk beer is amazing. I just wish my son was here to enjoy it with me.